All right, good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Jordan Evans here, sitting right next to Chief Meteorologist Veronica Johnson. We are already tracking storms out to the west. Some are severe. We've got a lot producing heavy rain and a lot of lightning, over 165 strikes occurring right now just around the DMV, and this will be an active afternoon the next few hours, at least through 6 or 7 o'clock as this cold front slowly pushes through. We're also concerned with flash flooding in parts of the area, especially DC, the Baltimore metros. Some flash flood warnings are expected at some point later this evening, so a good time again to have that First Alert weather app. You can receive alerts for your neighborhood and track the storms with interactive radar, as we will continue to track these here at the First Alert Weather Center throughout the rest of this evening. As of now, 2 o'clock, I'll be going on the air in about 29 minutes for an update on our sister station, WJLA 24/7 News. Meteorologist Steve Rudin takes over at 4 o'clock, and then Chief Meteorologist Veronica Johnson at 5, and you may see all of us at some point later this evening, as we may have to all chime in together as these storms move through the DC metro. Just in time for that evening commute, so if you are at work now and you can leave early, may not be a bad idea. Try to get ahead of the heavy rain, because it will cause some issues on the roads and some public transit too. Again, 2 o'clock right now, got a couple of warnings out here. We'll switch over to the First Alert weather system just to give you a breakdown of all these different warnings. And we've got 3 out there right now for Culpeper, Fauquier, Prince William, and Stafford County. That's until 2:30. Page, Rappahannock, Shenandoah, Warren. That's another one till 2:15. And Berkeley, Frederick, and Morgan counties. Again, all west of I-81. That's until 2:15. As of now, everything is baseline, producing 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and even some heavy rain, some lightning. Can't rule out some small hail in each storm as well, but the main threat for severe weather today, that's going to stay with damaging wind gusts, potentially up to 60 or 65 miles per hour. Feel free to comment here on our live stream. I'll try to interact with it in real time as we track these storms. I've got about 10 or 15 minutes until I got to get ready to go on the air as well. We'll take you into each storm right now. The first warning just north of Winchester. A lot of lightning with it, of course. We've got the heavy rain. You can see some of that heavy rain approaching now. Martinsburg, south on 81, eventually into Middleway. Get ready for some gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour. Not everyone's going to see the severe wind gusts, but there is that potential for some downed trees and even some power lines to come down as well. Farther south, we've got this warning here. That's for the Front Royal area, Washington, so just south of 66, south of Woodstock. You're not in this warning, but extreme northern parts of Rappahannock and Shenandoah County, seeing the gusty winds, the heavy rain, and the lightning right now. Farther to the south and east, we've got Remington. This is Fauquier, parts of Prince William, Stafford County. Just west of Culpeper. So Culpeper, we are in the clear of the severe storm, but still some heavy rain right now. This one may be starting to weaken too, as the lightning has started to come down in this storm just pretty recently too. So heads up Dale City, parts of I-95 towards southern Fairfax County. This will be moving in quickly. And even farther north, not severe storms yet. They may go severe soon, now starting to impact the Dulles International area. So extreme southern Loudoun County and northern Prince William County. So Haymarket, Centerville, eventually Manassas Park, getting in on some of that heavy rain here shortly. I-95 corridor, David's asking about Silver Spring. I'd say 1 to 2 hours. Heavy rain is going to start to show up, and we'll have some lightning, some gusty winds, some small hail. It's all possible as we go over the next couple of hours. Sharon is asking about which direction is it traveling and approximately what time can we expect the storms here in Bowie. So northern Prince George's County. We'll zoom things back out, and we'll start to play this into motion, and we can put a storm track on this for you as well. Got a lot of different buttons to hit here, so let's find this one here, put that into loop, and then I need to see how fast these storms are approximately moving. Looks like about 20 to 25 miles per hour, so we'll adjust that here in the squall line tracker and just give you an estimated time of arrival as we go over the next couple of hours. So see on your screen there about Leesburg, these are estimated times, 2:13 to 2:15. Looks like Frederick about 2:46, Waldorf 3:32. The district anywhere from 3 to 3:15, potentially 3:30. Just depends on how slowly these storms move farther east. We may see some training of some of the heavy rain as well, so that could also increase the flooding concerns. We do have the flood watch out technically still until later this evening. Laurel, Bowie area, as Sharon was asking here, about 3:45 to 4 o'clock. Estimated time of arrival to get some of the heavy rain. But you notice out ahead of it, we're already getting a couple of showers there around the Baltimore area. Zooming things back in toward northern Prince George's County. So even Baltimore and Arundel County already seeing some heavy rain that's moving farther north and east. Some of this may start to back build closer to the Beltway. So overall, between now, 7, 8 p.m., could see some heavy rain, some gusty winds and lightning and flooding concerns over the next several hours. Again, so it'll be an active evening here. We'll be watching it closely here at the First Alert Weather Center. Just to remind you, if you open your weather app, you'll probably see a couple of alerts already. One of them is the severe thunderstorm watch. So that's the entire DMV until 9 o'clock. It'll probably come down early for our western counties, and even DC, it may come down early too. That's technically until 9 o'clock, mainly for some damaging wind gusts up to 60 or 65 miles per hour. Flood watches, that goes until 11. These may also come down early in a few spots. I do think once we lose the daytime heating, that's the energy source for a lot of these storms. I think we'll start to see them wind down by 8 to 9 o'clock, but still we'll keep that flood watch up until 11 for some spots later this evening. Here's the futurecast. We'll play out one of the models. This is just a simulation of what the radar could look like over the next few hours. It's not picture perfect, but at least it's going to give you an idea. Storms continue to build in from the west. Here's 5 o'clock. That evening drive home, Loudoun County, Montgomery County, it's moving in. DC, Prince George's County around 4 to 5, maybe 6 p.m. in some spots. Notice how quickly, or I should say how slowly, the storms move. That's the flooding concerns. So we may see some flash flood warnings start to go up as early as 5 or 6 p.m. in parts of the Beltway. And in DC especially, we know what flash flooding can do. It means business. So, of course, we want to stay above higher ground if you can, if you're able to stay in higher ground while the flooding continues. Not everyone's going to see flooding, but the typical low-lying spots that we will see likely around the district or some of the urban areas could easily see some flash flooding concerns throughout this evening. Notice we start to get rid of the rain by 8 to 9 o'clock. Southern Maryland may have to wait until after midnight to finally get some of the heavy rain out of here. Still some leftover light showers are possible through the overnight into the morning drive tomorrow, so you still may have some wet roads to deal with for the Wednesday morning commute, but overall severe weather will be done easily by 8 to 9 o'clock later this evening. All right, let's take it back to the radar, put this back into motion. You can see the storm slowly again moving from the west-northwest. We'll keep you updated here on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, our Instagram. We post some of the alerts to our story there as well, so you can see that. Several different ways to receive alerts. I'd say the best one is the First Alert Weather app because that, of course, can really focus on your neighborhood, uses your phone's location to tell you about alerts issued for your area, and you can track those storms with interactive radar. Good tool to have during storm season. Any other questions so far? Not seeing too many right now. Again, just a couple of active hours here over the next few hours, and things will start to quiet down for us. I'm expecting more warnings, more alerts as we go throughout the next several hours here, so we'll keep everything, watch it closely, I should say, with Chief Meteorologist Veronica Johnson and Steve Rudin. We'll all be here through this evening to track these storms as they approach I-95 and move off to the east.